Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Ashen Casts. Today, we are going to have a look at a Nidalee one-trick on the Korean server, facing off against a Viego in the jungle. Their top laners are for the red side team, Akshan, with Ignite starting off in the top lane. We have a Yone in the mid lane, running teleport versus an Azir, something that you definitely want as a mid laner and as a side laner as well. Yone definitely likes to be able to push in waves later on and teleport. And then on the bottom lane for the red side team, we have Ashe and Thresh starting off here. As the blue team did stack up a little bit, but I figured that I wouldn't have to mention this. Most likely because this is something that happens very commonly, and so is not really something that works out in most of the games. Now, I want to mention the background music real quick. This is Bastion, brought to you by Super Giant Games. Beautiful game and beautifully made soundtrack. Okay, so we have Nidalee placing a ward here. She placed a ward approximately about 1 minute. And she is probably going to try to steal the blue buff here. Something that, you know, even the best of junglers probably can't do anything against. The ward obviously has been pre-placed. And this is going to be the smite going down. Okay, so do we mess with the Viego here? Nope, we just straight up... Okay, just straight up stop sinning. Oh, very fortunate situation here for the Akshan. Yep, very good positioning by Akshan here. Denying the Aatrox from the trade. This is game losing. Like lane losing for Aatrox. This means Aatrox is probably not going to get a lot of CS. And as Viego is far behind as well, there is nothing to be worried about for this ranged top laner. Don't we all love ranged top laners, eh? Alright, Nidalee picking up her red buff. As Viego is on his. Nidalee obviously going to be running straight to that blue buff, but this is very gankable. Oh. This is a kill on Rel. Yep. Okay, so we have a dead Rel here, as this Tristana, if the spear lands, is going to be dead. Transform auto attack into Q. Beautifully done. That's what you want to see. As Viego is going to pick up his Krugs, and Nidalee is going to help out pushing, which is okay. This is the thing that you want to do as a jungler. However, this is going to put Viego at a same playing field, or equal playing field now, level-wise, as the Nidalee. And that means that now, if this Rel manages to catch the Ashe, which she does... Alright. The Lantern coming out. Ashe recalling way too greedy there. The crash down catching Ashe. As Viego might be... Yep, he is looking for revenge. He says, oh, you took my blue buff. You think you can get away with that? Not if I have something to say about it. Let's see if the spear can secure the blue buff here. Nidalee is still pretty good at that, but he blocks the spear. Beautifully done. And so the blue buff goes the way of Viego. And thus the blue side team. Now Viego is slightly ahead when it comes to the farm. In XP they should still be even because of the wave. But he obviously managed to acquire the Krug camp while she was pushing out a wave, which just gives her less value on the gold side. Now, as Nidalee, we will talk about the recall values that you want to be looking for. It is very easy to be greedy as Nidalee. Oh, this is a very interesting situation here. We have the Nidalee counter gank coming through, as we are going to acquire the Scuttle Crab using Smite for the Scuttle Crab, as Nidalee does not have any hard CC to remove that shield. W is not going to come through. We're going to it's played very safely here. But we're going to help Yone push out again. Try to land a spear, but that honestly wasn't the most inspired one. All right, W's in. Doesn't... interesting. Doesn't decide to take that trade. But this means that Nidalee is going to be able to acquire 2 camps here. And Yone just hasn't had enough. My god, this man. Honestly, this is, I think, practically not the smartest play. However, he stopped Viego's recall. And if she survives, yes, the female Yone. If he survives, which it seems like he does, he now did put Yone quite behind. As Nidalee is not going to pick up the Gromp, too scared of Viego coming back because she didn't know that Viego had stopped her recall, or stabbed his recall, as we're going to acquire the Sorcerer Shoe. Something that I wanted to talk about as a fight in the bot lane is going to come through again. Rel probably going down here again, if the Ashe has anything to say about it. Slow coming through. That is a Viego stun W. Beautifully done here, and they are going to pick up a very clutch kill onto the Ashe. Unfortunately, not going to be able to kill the Thresh, but Yone is moving in, and so is the Nidalee. Ultimate is going to miss in classical wind shitter fashion. But are we going to be able to pick up a kill onto the Viego? We are, and Nidalee is going to be the one to pick it up. Now, is Nidalee and Yone, they should be moving into the mid lane together, maybe trying to pick up a kill. Actually, no. There was a wave coming in, so this is really smart. Very well done here. Yone is going to pick up the farm onto the bottom lane, and Ashe is going to pick up the farm that Azir pushed in. Something that you can keep in mind if you're an AD carry, for example, is go mid lane after you have just been ganked. And if your bot laner or mid laner stays bot lane, who apparently now is your bot laner, it's that quick. And I think she elects to stay another wave here, which I find a little bit questionable. I think this is where she should have been bot lane. Yeah, people are telling her to go bot lane as well. Thresh moving in together with her, giving her some safety. But Ashe... Ashe just... she's just fearless. As, oh, we have a little bit of trouble coming in for the Akshan. But Akshan in typical... What is this champion, dude? Oh my god. Oh, I would be pogging so hard. And yeah, look at the Aatrox. 30 CS picked up against 62 CS and a kill as well for the Akshan. Akshan going to be bullying the Viego a little bit, but Viego did a beautiful job in dodging the spear as well as the Akshan Q, and so nothing will come of it. As a bot lane, I would say, is definitely ahead for the red side team, but don't count out a Tristana ever. All right, beautiful crash down here by the Rel, and this is going to be probably, yes, a kill picked up onto the Thresh. AD carry is trading kills, but what do you do? This Ashe is level 6 and Tristana isn't, and so the tragedy unfolds for the red side team as Nidalee is also able to pick up a kill onto the Aatrox, missing him this entire wave, giving Akshan not the opportunity to push in another tower plating, unfortunately. But Viego is going to be pushed out of his jungle again, and this is a really unfortunate situation. Look at 50 CS to 33 here. Not only such a huge lead in the top lane, but also for the jungler, as Nidalee is going to find her pickup of the Herald. Obviously, Herald is a very, very important objective this early on. You definitely want to pick it up whenever you know where the jungler is and you know he can't contest it. You have to be very careful with this, because junglers can hear this in the fog of war, but there's no way that this Viego contests this Herald, and so we are going to pick up a couple of platings for our mid laner, most likely. Beautiful hook here by Thresh coming through, and this is going to, this is going to spell the end of Azir with a flash, which Azir, one of these champions that really needs a flash. However, only if he is ahead, because if he's losing the lane like here, and the Yone has the push pressure in the lane anyway, then we have a little bit of a different situation, because actually Azir then just has to use his mobility you know, safely, and he just has to stand safely, and he doesn't really need flash like he usually does when he's ahead. Because when he's ahead, he definitely is always pushing and always bullying, as we have a fight in the bot lane here coming through. Beautiful crash down again, and this is going to... Oh, this is going to still be an absolute... Holy moly, this is still an absolute huge advantage here for the red team. I wasn't expecting this to go as well as it went, because the crash down into the Viego pickup was absolutely beautifully done. As we're going to juggle the Tristana a little bit, like she is a trash mob at this point. She is dead. And very unfortunately so, Ashe is going to not only pick up her 6th kill of the game, and thus a 600 gold advantage. Also, Aatrox is going to die again. Alright, we gotta be a little bit careful of the crash down here. Yeah, this is a W onto the Nidalee. Is Nidalee going to be able to get out? Yes, the ward hasn't been placed correctly, but this Nidalee survives very, very close, and that is just unfortunate. That is just an unfortunate situation. Beautifully actually played by the Rel again, but it is just these like small little tiny openings that are just punished here. This would have definitely netted her in a little bit lower of an elo, would have definitely netted her a good advantage, that the plays that she's done so far, but they are just not giving her a quarter. And now this Nidalee is an absolute monster, as the Night Harvester is going to be picked up together with Sorcery Boots, giving her insane clear speed. And we have a fully stacked Dark Seal. Ladies and gentlemen, nothing is scarier than a fully stacked Dark Seal on a Nidalee that has Night Harvester. She now is able to one-shot the AD carry easily, and is an absolute menace to be reckoned with, giving her not only one-shot potential, but also really, really strong extended fight potential as well. And so it's going to be very hard to beat this, as the predictable Azir ultimate is coming through. The spear is going to go wide. Azir very, very close to picking up a kill onto the Nidalee here. Nidalee summons the Herald, although she knows that she is very low, and she has to be very careful here with this Viego. Obviously, she does know that Viego doesn't have... Oh no. That Viego doesn't have his flash, because he previously loosed it. And this is Ashe picking up another double kill. Beautifully done here by the Ashe. 8-1. This AD carry is on an absolute roll. And Nidalee obviously back to full life. This is just how her E works. As beautifully smited actually by Viego, but he is going to go down to the Yone ultimate. And oh my god, what a... This is one of these games where you just say, as a team, you just make the decision and you say, lads, we're not coming back. But Tristana thinks differently, probably, as she is still staying in the game pretty well. Together with that crash down, and together with Azir still not being that far behind as well, I think there is a chance for this blue team to come back. A very, very slim one at that, though. Because how are they going to deal not only with a fat Ashe, but also with a fat Yone? And not only with a fat Yone, but also with a Nidalee that is 4-0-6, has Night Harvester and Magi's Soul Stealer. The spears are going to be problematic, as Nidalee is going to go down here. The curse of the Magi Soul Stealer coming through once again. And Tristana beautifully flashes in, picks up a kill on to the Ashe, granting her another W to get the hell out of here. The Azir turret is still active, so is Yone actually going to be diving? No, he is not going to be diving in, as Azir is going to go down for his aggressive E into, I think it was Thresh. Absolutely out of place there, but beautifully done here by Tristana. This Tristana is holding on strong. Beautifully done by Tristana. But still, even though we managed to give up 1k just in shutdowns in that last fight, we are still over 10k ahead. Now 10k, it doesn't mean as much in a solo queue game, But clearly, this is a sizable advantage for the red team. So, what exactly do we do? Well, shit. You know, as the blue team, we just kind of try to hold on and try to not bleed too many resources. But, of course, moves like this probably not going to help you hold on to anything. As the crash down might be coming through. No, actually wasn't possible as Ashe is healing. Holy moly, that is very aggressive. As, yep, this is going to be a dead rel. Nidalee picking up another stack for her Magi Soulstealer. She's back at 14 stacks. And now we're just all waiting for Zhonya to come through. As Aatrox is going to be flashing the Yone. And Yone might be going down here. 750 gold over to the Aatrox. Aatrox basically back in the game. Obviously, I joke, I jest. He still is very, very far behind. But still, all the shutdowns have been given over. And this is exactly what I'm talking... Well, not all of them. Akshan still has it. But this is exactly what I'm talking about with solo queue. Is you can lose a game that looked like this in solo queue. Now, obviously, this is high elo. All of these players are very competent. And so... they're probably not going to throw their lead, I think. Maybe? We'll see. Akshan definitely isn't into throwing. He's been doing a very beautiful job picking up 3 turrets so far. And being just a little annoying little shit. Just like he is supposed to be as a ranged top laner. Now he has to be careful here. Rel is still in position, so if he reveals himself, a collapse is still possible. As Azir is going to run into the side lane. Yone planning to mirror him. As a kill is going to be denied. But this is a very low Aatrox now. We didn't really lose anything as Akshan. At least anything valuable. Because Akshan ult is an absolute joke of an ultimate. It better be so with that overloaded kit though. As Akshan invisibility is not going to save him here from the rel engage flash into the crash down, and that is going to be a dead Akshan. This shutdown given over as well. Tristana is going to be going down to the Nidalee, and this is a double kill for Nidalee, potentially a triple kill. But ladies and gentlemen, this game just became very, very difficult to win. Another shutdown is given over. And now you see exactly what I'm talking about. However, look at the Nidalee. High Tower Storm, Zhonya's, and Magi Soulstealer. Alright, Nidalee, not giving any quarter, is going to be... Yep, going to be taking down the Azir. Beautiful spear, and beautifully actually clutched by the Azir. As Azir is going to get out there by forcing Thresh's ignite. Haha, good save, eh? Alright, as Nidalee is a little bit on the run here. Now, don't underestimate a Nidalee on the run. Is actually quite scary. Because if you're moving... Oh no! Yone, I feel you, my brother. Oh no. Yone E going wide. That means no kills are going to be picked up onto the enemy team, as we are yet to sage the mid lane turret. And this is something that you will find happening a lot in lower elos, is people sieging this while all the other side turrets are still online, which isn't the case here. Just a little bit of a show of how good these people actually play. Can be a little bit difficult to notice, obviously, if they're playing against really good players as well. You might look at it and be tempted to say, oh, this Yone missed his E, you know, what the hell was that? Solo death by Ashe dying to the Tristana. Like, what the hell is going on here? But always keep in mind that all of these deaths are required against really good players, and thus Victory has been achieved for the red team. Beautiful performance here by the Nidalee, netting her 13-1 and 11, 700 gold shutdown and 25 Magi stacks. Thank you very much for watching, and I'm looking forward to being able to cast another game for you in the future. Thank you very much for watching, and stay awesome.